I will call you after now. Sorry.
Thank you very much, Honorable Commissioner for Women Affairs.
Commissioner. Are you sure we are still doing the same thing?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Next presentation is coming from Honorable Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Honorable Mrs. Rebecca Ubewu. And before then, let me once again advertise our phone number 08024083108, 08024083108. Let's now hear from the Commissioner. Honorable Commissioner.
Mr. Chairman, committee members, ESCO members here present, ladies and gentlemen, I am here as a Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development to present our 2018 budget and also to let Ebonyans know that the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development is a service ministry. On the part of government, we present budget estimate of 2018. But before that, I would like Ebonyans to know how we fared in the execution of 2017 budget, since we have only 1 month to end of 2017 fiscal year. The ministry capital project for 2017 was 312,450,000 naira only. There was no release in 2017 capital budget. In other words, we did not expend any money for the 2017 budget. Be that as it may, the ministry has submitted a capital budget estimate of 467,500,000 naira for 2018 budget. Details of which are as follows. One, completion of fencing of the ministry's land at Remand Home, Uguachara, with conduit wire and 2 number of security gates. 2, renovation of existing building, expansion of Remand Home and landscaping. 3, re-equipping the Remand Home, mattresses, beds, beddings, and so on. 4, equipping the children emergency home at number 7 Eza Road, Abakaliki. 5, raising the children's emergency homes wall for fortification of the premises against intruders. 6, purchase of 1 coaster bus for the emergency homes. 7, OVC mapping and provision of services. 8, construction of staff quarters in the rehabilitation centers and remand home at My 50 for close supervision of the trainers. 8, government counterpart fund for micro, small, and medium enterprise development fund scheme for women. Construction of 6 numbers of bedroom self-contained flats with big dining halls and kitchen and so on. Furnishing of classrooms for crèches at the state secretariat. Equipping the skills acquisition center at Remind Home. Assisting the local government in equipping of 3 women's skill acquisition center, 1 per senatorial zone, and purchase of 20 sewing machines, 30 dryers, and so on and so forth. State government empowerment for women, stroke Ebonyi Women Day celebration. Ebonyi Women August meeting celebration, construction of 3 number of soccer away pits and gatehouse with convenience at dropping center on Ezza local government. Take off grant for the dropping center at Ezza South zone. This is our 2018 budget. I'm very happy for this committee, and I hope that 2018, that Ministry of Women Affairs will be remembered, so that we'll carry up our duties in the Ministry of Women Affairs, because we have a lot there. I think that so many people didn't know what we are going through, but with this committee, I think I'm very hopeful in 2018 budget access. Thank you so much, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Thank you. Before we take comments, I think her task was pretty straightforward. One of the things we have observed on this table, we're sitting here, is a lot of duplicity. Much of her mandate has gone to either empowerment or to welfare and religious matters. So that has adversely affected your ministry. But we will make recommendations to see how you can access some fund to also do some activity in your ministry. That's what we have observed here. Much of what you have scheduled to do for last year, unfortunately, have either gone to empowerment or gone to the other ministry. So we will make a compelling case for you so that you can enhance your activity next year. Then we also think the outline is straightforward. The only thing we will be suggesting from here is there may be need also to re-evaluate your programs. There may be some programs that may give you more mileage than what is already here. Those programs may be more attractive to government more than what. So if you can think outside the box and bring one or two of such kind of program, it will also enhance the capacity for you to access more fund in the new year. So on that note, I ask Monday to throw the line open for comments. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Let us at this point take comment from our brothers and sisters here, within and outside. And our telephone line 08024083108. Please, if you have any contribution to make, please indicate by raising up your hand so that we can invite you to do that. Let's take this call. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please, may we know who is on the line?
This is Mr. Chinedu calling from the local government area of Ebonyi.
Mr. Chinedu, you are welcome. Please go ahead with your contribution.
Yeah, my contribution. I tend to make contribution, but I've been following this line, but all subject. My contribution goes to the Honorable Commissioner for Honorable Commissioner for. Hello?
Hello, I'm hearing you.
Yeah. So, if this platform gives the rural donors the opportunity to participate in this 2018 budget preparation, I hope it is necessary for us to, like some of the state rules, that has not been given attention by the past administrations, and these administrations have come up to give us such an opportunity. I have to make my contribution like the Agoda, e-commerce or book more only going upon the road. I know it is a good thing.
Please, Mr. Chinedu, when Commissioner for Works will be making his presentation, please, you can ask that question. Right now, we are talking about women affairs and social development. Please, thank you. We are sorry about that. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Good afternoon, Ma. I'm actually very excited to meet you because I really understand the importance of your ministry as a lady. And I would like to make like some contributions on how we can make people more interested in developing our state, because our state is considered an underserved state in the country and worldwide. So I would like to suggest that there are platforms of which you can draw like international attention to the state. For example, I know that the United Nations, they have like so many programs for women and for children. And so you can actually enter into partnership, and they'll be more happy to enter into partnership with governments because they know that the governments can always reach more people at a particular time. So apart from that, there are like lots of NGOs who are looking for where to do some work. And for example, I stayed in Lagos, and I know that Nestle, they have like really massive programs for children and for women, but there's no presence of Nestle here because they do not have a branch here. And so we can actually write to them and partner with them and bring them down here so that they can do some CSR work with us here in the state. So that's actually one way that we can access, you know, and be able to do more work at the ministry. Thank you.
The Secretary to the State Government, other panelists, commissioners, ladies and gentlemen, good day all. Ma, thank you for your wonderful report and presentation. My question is, I overheard you say that there was no money released on 20...
Tell us your name.
Okay, I'm Okoro Ignatius Nawike from Presco Campus. I overheard you say that there was no money released on in 2017 project. Does it mean that you didn't apply, or your application was not, your proposal was not granted?
Madam Commissioner, please, you may wish to come forward and respond.
Commissioner, you may not really worry yourself. What we are doing here is not, we are not being hard on ourselves. We want to get contributions that can help us improve on our performance. You know, so we have noted that some of our activities within the 2017 fiscal year were implemented in other ministries. Not that there was no releases. So what we are saying is that in the next year, we will be encouraging ourselves to push more of her responsibility to her office so that she can implement. So there was actually a lot of spending that went into the area of women affairs matters, like the widows program, our all women program. So many overlapping functions. So we want to reconcile that so that we can give her more activity in the 2018 fiscal year. I don't know whether I asked the question. You know, so I've addressed the issue you raised. So, okay, yeah, one more there. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Webb. Hello? Please, may we know who is on the line? Okay, Mr. More, you're welcome to the budget presentation.
When you mentioned in our budget presentation about August meeting, very shocked from the personal point of view, just like thinking about August meeting, has already participated in the budget.
Mr. More, we can't get you clearly. Please, can you increase your volume?
Hello?
Hello, go ahead. We can't hear you. Please increase your voice. Okay, Mr. Webber.
Hello, my name is Godwin Igwe, Head of Department of Child Development, Minister of Women's Affairs and Social Development. I want to clarify the issue the first commentator or observer made immediately the commissioner finished her presentation. The truth of the matter is that we are not running the ministry in isolation. We partner with the other agencies such as UNICEF and UNFPA. What the commissioner was talking about the budget she made a proposal, the budget proposal and the release and non-release are not issue of partnering. We are not running the ministry in isolation. Like other ministries in other states, we work with other agencies, we partner with other agencies for the benefit and the betterment of the vulnerable persons that we handle mainly. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, are there more comments? Okay, we don't want people to be emotional. We don't want people to be emotional.
Hello? Okay, please come forward. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, please. May we know who is on the line?
Yes, my name is Victor Machiku from Agbabi.
Okay, Mr. Victor, please go ahead with your contribution.
Yes, I want to say something about the Ministry of... Hello?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, my contribution is on what the Commissioner has just said.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yes?
We are hearing you, go ahead.
Yes, I want to say... Yeah, I want to say something about how the Commissioner is... how the Commissioner wants to take this to the local government, bring our services to the local government level. Because there are things in the local government that the Commissioner is supposed to do something about, like coordinating the women's food at the local government level. That is my contribution. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Coordinating women at the local government level. Okay, thank you. You get the answer. Okay, let's hear from you first.
I am Mr. Igwe McCollins. Permit me to stand on the already established protocol. I want to say a little bit because I am the HOD of rehabilitation, particularly in charge of disabled people. And that is one of the policy thrusts of the Ministry of Women Affairs. There are certain things we do not actually understand about rehabilitation. It is quite different from alms giving. Rehabilitation is a process where you train somebody who is disabled to have that mental focus and be able to help himself or herself, being economically reliant. And the things you do is by empowering them in a way of training them. If not, if you give them money, they will finish it and come back to beg on the street the following day. So we need to have this focus. For instance, we have something like a community-based rehabilitation. All these things, actually, the public do not know about it. In our programs, we have also a workshop which is meant for people in the House of Assembly so that they will know how to make policies for them. All these things are problems we encounter, and that is why it appears the department is somehow redundant. Again, we have places like the farm craft in Lagos.
Hello, can you lend me your ears?
Yes.
I already said at the beginning of my comments that there are overlap. A lot of your mandates were exercised in other places.
Of course.
And that we as a committee will make case to see how much of what you are supposed to do for the 2018 fiscal year returns back to your ministry. Okay. We have already addressed that, so needless overflogging it. We've looked at your program and we have seen that you need us to intervene for you. We will do that.
Thank you.
Okay, so on that note, we bring this to a close for Ministry of Women Affairs. Education, you made a request. You want to say something? Okay, you want to leave? No, we're not leaving now. We have just one more, we'll close for the day.
Thank you.
Please, bear with us.
Thank you very much. Next presentation is coming from the Honorable Commissioner for Solid Mineral Development Communities, Engineer Francis Oje. Honorable Commissioner, sir, you are welcome. The numbers remain 080240831108. You're welcome, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The chairman and members of the very special committee. I am Engineer Dr. Francis Oje, the Honorable Commissioner for Solid Mineral Development Communities. The Ministry of Solid Mineral Development Communities is very young, one of the youngest ministries in the state. We are young, but we are growing fast. One of the fastest growing ministries southeast of Nigeria. You need to recall that yesterday I gave a hint that today that the Ministry of Solid Mineral is a place to be. That is the hope of Ebonyi State. That is where Ebonyi is going to key into the emerging economy. Ministry of Solid Minerals and Ebonyi State knows that we have over 25 proven solid minerals in Ebonyi State, the highest in the entire southeast of Nigeria. And our duty is to dig deep, dig wide, expand the coast, and ensure that we exploit all the solid minerals in Ebonyi State. Yesterday, I told you when we were signing the joint venture agreement between the ministry, between Ebonyi State and the Tongi Solid Mineral Resource Company, that this is way to go in industrializing Ebonyi State. Our duty is to ensure that Ebonyi State is fully industrialized.
Go to the budget.
The budget we have here, in 2017, we had a total budget of 105 million only. And 2016, where we are right now, we were unable to access any figure in the course of our capital development. However, we are very optimistic, we are very hopeful, we are proactive, we are ready, willing and able to do business in the solid mineral sector. And because of the hope, we propose a budget of 420 million. Our budget this year is 420 million, and we hope that if we substantially access this budget, it will help us to leverage our activities in enhancing the development of solid minerals in the state. And the budget is just for not much capital expenditures. But I want to quickly point out that last year, by this time last year, the ministry was able to generate about 45 million naira. This time this year, the ministry have generated about 88 million naira. In other words, we are working harder, we are working faster, we are invigorating our people, and by the time we are giving much more encouragement, we are going to do more. The only thing we need in our capital budget are the things that will assist us in doing the job we are doing. For instance, we want to do investigation, because what you need in the ministry is to do investigation. It is a product of your investigation that will be marketable to investors. When the investors see that the reserve you have in your state is capable of sustaining investment, then they will be able to invest. And it is the investment that is going to give jobs to the people. It is the investment that is going to generate industries. For example, we already have some industry, the royal salt. The royal salt smelting machine they have is going to give downstream products. They want to establish a battery factory. They want to establish a carbide industry. They want to establish so many downstream products that will put people on the job. And unless we assist the investors in knowing how much capacity our solid mineral has, they will not be able to invest. So we are going to spend about 60 million for investigation. This is just on one mineral. We expect that we'll be giving assistance in the 2018 to assess 20 million only for hydrocarbon investigation at Afikpo. We have just found out in a large quantity that we have coal, abundant coal in the entire Afikpo local government area, Afikpo North and South. And if we are able to find out the size in terms of reserve, we are already partnering with gold mining companies and gold organizations who are going to mine the coal there. But we need to do preliminary investigation for them to be convinced on the size and the reserve that is available. We need to procure vehicles that is required for us to go into the mines and into the quarry areas. Right now, we do not have one, and we hope that by this budget we are presenting, we should be able to go into the rural areas, into the mine sectors, and into the quarries to be able to assist the exploration and exploitation of our solid minerals. We need to acquire basic geological and geophysical instruments. These things are needed because right now we have geologists who cannot go to the field and do preliminary survey. There are some preliminary survey that will be attractive to further surveys. Each time there is series and levels of survey that will be done. And if you do the first one and it is good and acceptable and encouraging, another one will be done. And in the process, we are able to reach to where we are going. We want to, presently, the federal government through the Ministry of Mines and Steel Development have developed a portal where you can stay in Abakaliki here and you are able to access the mining titles, you are able to pay for royalties, you are able to know what is happening in the solid mineral sector all over the world. And we want to domesticate it here in Abakaliki so that the artisanal miners that we have configured will be able to pay for their royalties, and then we will know how other people are operating their mining sectors in other parts of the country. So we want to also, there is a buying center. A buying center is where the buyer and the seller of solid mineral meet as a market. But it's just like a place where people sell solid mineral and buy solid mineral, because solid mineral is an international commodity. Everybody knows the price.
Commissioner,
Sir,
just to put you in the right perspective, this is budget presentation. What we want to hear from you is the item of activities that will take capital investment to reposition the ministry. Should be our focus for your presentation. We want to know the programs you have for 2018 that will reposition solid mineral sector in the state and where the money will go to, and justification. Let us see the outline, because from what we are looking at here, there seems not to be strong correlation with what you are presenting now. I have seen only one page, the page that is called Annexure S.1. That's the only page I have seen there that is clearly representative of a budget. So I don't know. Can you speak to the document page by page? This page. Which other page do you want to show us?
this one. Yeah, this is our one. That's it. I'm sure you must have gotten the page.
Okay, so
yes.
So from what you have here, this document is not paged, so I don't know which is which.
Okay.
But from the one I have seen here, from page 2.
Page 2, yeah, from page 2.
Page 2, investigation of coal.
Investigation
and
of
other
other minerals in Africa North.
Yes. In
2017,
yes.
I
am aware, and Ugwocha, who was SSA Cement, will be under witness. 10 million was approved and released by council for coal exploration.
That was in 2016, sir.
Was that 16?
Yes. We are now in 2017. January 2017.
So that was, is it last year, this year? Yeah, but it's not in the 2016 capture now. In 2016, we have 52 million.
Yes.
In contract sum, you wrote nil. Amount paid, nil. And I'm saying that we paid 10 million.
That was in 2016.
It should be on this document now.
Yes. But 2017, we have not assessed anything in 2017.
No, what I'm saying is this.
Yes.
If what you were looking for was 52 million, 10 was assessed.
In 2016?
Yes, it should be here so that we know that what is left is 42 million. Assuming that is what you are looking for.
Yeah.
Because this 10, if you look at this document now, the 10 million is not captured here.
Not captured, yes.
So you need to note that.
So put the 10 million.
Then, acquisition of license.
Acquisition of license?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
I know a lot of acquisitions were done. Much of those licenses are with me in my office.
Okay.
And it was bulk of what Ugwocha did when he was there. So it would be proper to also
know that
liaise with him to see what he did that is not in this document.
Exactly.
We also have not I've seen an investigation of coal deposit and other mineral at Afikpo.
Yeah.
60 million. So that should be clear harmonization. Because here you are seeking for 60 million, in the other place you were seeking for 52 million and 10 million was released.
Yeah.
So let us know which one we are doing. Okay. It's important. Let's harmonize it too.
Yeah, yes.
Hydrocarbon investigation at EDA, 20 million. My brother, this thing is just neither here nor there. There is no hydrocarbon exploration that you will do with 20 million. I'm a professor of geophysics.
Yes.
And if you want to talk about hydrocarbon, this is not the kind of money we are talking about. So it's better we just forget about it. Let us remove it because.
So we should not be.
It shouldn't appear in the budget.
Okay.
It shouldn't. The NNPC is not able to fund exploration in Nigeria. The companies are the one doing exploration and they just collect money and eat. They are unable to fund. So let's remove it.
Okay.
Yes. Then acquisition of exploration license.
Okay.
That is again 7.8 million here. So you need to also talk with Ugwocha.
Okay.
So by and large, there is need for you to take this back. We need to see contribution of SSA Cement and Ikobu.
SSA Cement
is not here in this hall. So he is working close with you in this sector. So the two budgets should be put together so that we can see comprehensively what your ministry intends to do for 2018.
For all the solid minerals.
For all the south, there is central, there is north. SSA solid mineral industry zones. There is SSA cement, which is a.
Are you saying that we are going to put this?
Yes, you need to invite them for a meeting.
Okay.
In the meeting, let yourself and them agree on the key projects that will take your ministry to the next level.
Yeah.
All those projects should be captured in your budget and be represented to us. Okay. So thank you. I think on this note, there is not much comment again. Except if there are comments, we can take comments. Then Monday.
Comments. Any comment from the audience? Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Please, may we know who is on the line?
I'm calling from Akwa.
You are.
Hello.
Go ahead. contribution. The network is not strong. Okay.
Good day, Mr. Chairman, the SSG of Ebonyi State, and the distinguished audience. My name is Onoha Davidson from University of Nigeria, Enugu campus. Please, I have a very little question for Honorable Commissioner. Please, sir, I am a fresh graduate of Surveying and Geoinformatics, and I know that some individuals have been approaching me, to carry out a survey on areas they suspect that there are minerals. And I want to ask, sir, is it legal for an individual who feels that there is a particular mineral on his land, maybe 2 hectares, 4 hectares, as the case may be, especially in the rural areas, to call a private surveyor to survey the land? Then he will now take up the survey plan to maybe any of these Chinese companies that are into exploration. Sir, is it legal? That is my question. Thank you so much.
Okay, Honorable Commissioner, please answer to that, please, sir. Yeah.
Thank you very much. It is not legal. The Mining and Minerals Act 2007 and the Mining Regulations Act 2011 prohibits individual to do any such survey. The procedure is you go to the mining cadastral unit and apply for license, and what kind of license do you apply at this time is exploration license. So they will now give you some forms with which you go to the community and get a consent. When you get the consent through the procedures that are already outlined, before you can have the procedure and the guidelines which will give you access to the mining area for survey. It is not the individual. You must get a license from the cadastral unit. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Wale Iman Edikachi, the President of the National Association of Ebonyi State Students. The panelists, fundamental greetings. And to my boss, the Commissioner for Education, fundamental greetings, sir. Honorable Commissioner, sir, I quite commend your presentation, sir. We, the students of Ebonyi State, we have seen the efforts of the state government to make sure that we get investors to come to Ebonyi State and invest for the future of our students, of the youth. But we actually recognize that we have numerous natural resources in Ebonyi State that are not properly being in use. And I would like us to go to the aspect of touching those natural resources, a way of trying to enhance and get investors to come for the mineral resources. For instance, I know some of the natural resources we have that are being enhanced or are being excavated, exploited by private persons. What is your ministry doing about it? For instance, I know of a lead mining site where private miners go and they mine. What is the state government doing for them to be able to get something out of it? Because we're talking about the future of the students, not people, private persons, going there to go and do things on their own without doing it in collaboration with the state government to invest for the future of the youth. That is one, sir. And secondly, you talked about a way of trying to get investors. We quite acknowledge the fact that you said that there will be a release of fund, or there's a way we're going to do, your ministry is about to do it to get investors to come invest in the state to be able to help us enhance the natural resources we have. So the question here is, have there been steps that have been taken by your ministry so far for us to get those investors to come to the state to invest and help us enhance our natural resources? And if there be, I want you to tell us how your ministry intends to do it, sir. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy our young people are very interested in industrialization. And so you remember before I started my presentation, I reminded us of yesterday where a company called Tonjil signed a partnership with the Ebonyi State government to establish a lead processing plant in Ebonyi State. And action started immediately yesterday. And so many Ebonyans are going to be employed. Over 3,500 Ebonyans are going to be employed in that plant. A round of applause for us. That is for industrialization. In the area of mining, many people are doing mining. If you go to Enyimba now, you see women, children in the mining pits. We do not encourage it. But they were calling them illegal miners. And we said it is our turn to legalize illegality. And we have legalized illegality and constitutionalized unconstitutionality in the area of mining. Why are we doing that? We are doing that because if we leave the mining only for the big miners, our people will be jobless. And so we articulated them into cooperatives, small scale artisanal cooperative miners. We have over 21 of such cooperative miners, and we have gotten licenses from them from Federal Ministry of Mines. So right now, we do no longer have illegal miners. We have artisanal miners, and we are training them. Tomorrow I have what I call pre-summit meeting. This pre-summit meeting is because I'm going to organize a world-class summit in Abakaliki here, where miners from all over the world will converge here and teach our people how to mine. I've gotten permission that people from Australia, people from China and South Africa, they will come here and talk on mining. There is an organization called Women in Mining. Women in Mining is articulation of women who are into the mining industry. And I know that there are so many women in Enyimba there. If you go there, you will see them. So we want to talk to them on how they will do their mining, even as women. And I will have to partner with Able Woman to know that even our women that are well-dressed can be well-dressed and at the same time be miners. And I reap the benefit of mining activities because this is what we have. Oil is leaving, solid mineral is coming. And we must leverage properly, technically, and professionally into the industry for us to benefit from it. So we have artisanal miners, legal people, and the places you see, you talked about people mining all over the place. Any place you see mining is going on, there is a license. When there is a mining license, based on the people that have already gotten, and we have all the mining licenses. Today, I've just written a letter for His Excellency's endorsement to revoke all expired mining licenses because I want the Ebonyans to acquire them. And then even those artisanal miners can go into those areas and mine as government land. So whatever problem or issues you have in the solid mineral sector, the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development Communities, we are now solidly on ground to address them. We may not be able to see everything everywhere, but we expect you to bring issues to us and we'll address them solidly. That is why it's called Ministry of Solid Minerals. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner. I think we have done well for today. Okay, announcements.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just for the purposes of other ministries that have been asked to restructure their presentation format, you are required to do so and resubmit to the committee for a rescheduling. Remember to harmonize with your MDAs and present a common budget estimate that will cover all that are within your ministry, whether parastatals, commissions, and boards, and do the submission on or before the end of tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Further announcement, please. We continue tomorrow morning by 11 a.m. And for those that will present tomorrow, we have the Cabinet Office, Minister of Justice, Minister of Border Peace and Conflict Resolution, Minister of Water Resources, and Office of the Head of Service of the State. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much for your patience and participation in today's presentation. On this note, we'll bring the event of today to a close, and we wish you the best for the rest of the day. See you tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Can you close for us?
Let us pray in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Almighty God, who made heaven and earth and everything that is in them, we glorify your name. We thank and praise you for being with us to start and finish today's public presentation on the 2018 budget of Ebonyi State. You have been so good and awesome, and we are all fulfilled, because what we have seen today and experienced today jointly will bring greater laurels to Ebonyi State. Father, as we return to our duty posts, lead us by the guidance of your angels. Continue to shower your blessings upon our governor, upon Ebonyi State, and upon all those who are working directly or indirectly with him to see that Ebonyi State is moved to the next greater level. Take care of our families. Take care of everybody who is inside this state. Thank you, Father, for everything. For in Jesus' name we have prayed. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Thank you very much. Please don't forget that tomorrow is 11 a.m. On behalf of the organizers, I want to thank you very much for this wonderful outing. Monday also is my name.
Announcement, please. All the ministries that we present tomorrow will come with their staff. All the directors, all the senior staff must be physically present.
And he was actually asked to restructure and refix another presentation. We also had a Ministry of Economic Empowerment and Job Creation. We had a budget presentation from the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development. We also had from the Ministry of Lands, Survey and Housing. And the last one was from the Ministry of Solid Mineral Development, all led by their honorable commissioners. And of course, we continue tomorrow by 11 a.m. with other ministries and offices to come up with their presentations. On behalf of our Director General, Engineer Timothy Nwachi, and Chief Engineer Chukwu Nonyelu Mutobo, the Acting Director, Engineering Services, who also happened to be the leader of our outside broadcast crew, with other members of the crew, which include Bene Edwin Onwe, Sunday Ndukwe, Ndubisi Ogodo, Ifoma Eze, Chiamaka Udogo, Johnson Oji, Uchenna Michael Eze, Ibiam Okbani, Onyekozuru Oji, Chima Kalu Oji, Ihana Cho Oji, Charity Nwoke, Ude Ibiam, and of course my colleague Friday Onyema, who helped me out from the Igbo section. I, Angela Ekuma, want to thank you so much for being part of this event. Join us again tomorrow. Bye.